Hi, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and we're going to talk about exterior lighting today. Now, I don't do a whole lot of mods on my trucks, but as I try to figure out the use case for each of my discos, I've kind of changed that tone a little bit, seeing how one's going to be a more dedicated trail truck, the other one's going to be more of a light trail truck. And how I kind of go about outfitting these things has changed slightly. Now, I took these lights off the Land Cruiser, these Hella Rally 3000s, and they're the best, right? This is the classic look. This is how a truck like this should be set up. But unfortunately, they don't have any wiring or anything with it. Of course, I could get some relays and get it all wired in, but this truck has a rat's nest of wiring due to the fact that it had a rack on before and other lights, and it's just so much wiring and nonsense that I'm going to remove these and put on some of these Auxbeam 8.5 inch driving lights. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen the Auxbeam 8.5 driving lights on my white $1,000 D1. And I kind of like those so much, I asked them to send me another set, and they did. Because I wasn't sure, one, I was going to like them. I like the trucks to look good. And two, I wasn't so sure how functional or easy it was going to be to install and set up. So it was pretty easy. And I'm going to go ahead and slap these on and see how they do on the more dedicated D1 trail truck. I'm going to keep all these lights the same. I like to get them out on the rack. They're expensive. You really can't buy them new. I think they all come from like Yugoslavia or something. They're just expensive. And I don't really, they provide use, but it's a little bit much. So here's how the lights come packaged. Like I said, it is a full wiring harness, basically plug and play. Just hook it to your battery. These wires connect to your turn signals if you want to integrate those. I will not be doing that because trail truck. And the mounting brackets as well. So I want to make sure I've got space on the ARB, and we're just going to hook these up. All right, so here's the first one. Just mounting it to see how it looks and whatnot. So again, just a big what is this, like an M12 or something on the back, and a couple of these hex bolts on the side so you can adjust how it is. And yeah, like I said, is it the classic look? No. But does it suit the purpose lighting? Oh yeah, no, it definitely does. I really wish I could get some type of covers for the lights. I'm sure there's different jurisdictions out there that have something to say about whether those need to be covered up or not, but I don't think they look too gaudy, honestly. Another good thing about these mounting brackets is you've got 3 different mounting holes, so if you need to adjust, a little bit to the left, to the right, you can do it. So little things. All right, so there they are installed. Like I said, if take or leave the look, I think they look fine. I think this truck needs big, oversized driving lamps. Like I said, the 3000s look good. These just need some covers, but I think they look pretty darn good. Probably adjust the angles and whatnot a little bit, but they are super freaking bright. And coming up for some of the events we're doing, there'll be some nighttime aspects on it, so it'll be sweet to have some night lights, because when we were in New York, I couldn't see anything. And usually it doesn't bother me. It doesn't really bother me, but nice little upgrade in case something gets stuck. So again, what I like about this setup is the wiring is, don't want to say it's pre-wired, but it's pretty much pre-set up. Left, right side, battery terminal hookups, right here and here. I mean, it's all pretty straightforward. And I'm just gonna, again, this is where I'm gonna catch some shit in the comments, but provisionally hook everything up, because I'm not real big into cable management. I can sort that out later. So we're just gonna get this kind of pretty good. So Land Rover cable management on the quick and the easy and the cheap. I just routed it, staged the battery connections here, ran them down under and up to the lights, and then down again on this side and up into the connector down there. I mean, again, it's cheating with an ARB bumper. It's kind of set up for this type of thing. So that's wiring it to the lights, pretty easy. Right, so from the inside to run the wiring, there's a little pop out. So I have my hand here, which is right Now, I can't really get the camera in there. It's right behind this piece of sound deadening. Yeah, there's the hole, yeah. So we're gonna drill a hole in here, run the cable through, and that should provide enough insulation for us, I think. All right, so that pushed through. I've got the switch right down here. It's not super long, so you probably have to mount it lower. I'll find a final resting spot for it in a little bit. Again, I routed it through that rubber grommet behind the brake booster. Again, don't know if that'll be for the same. Again, it's a 94 D1 manual, so not really your average build. Just ran it down through there, hooked it right to the battery with everything else. So that's hooked up. Let's wait till it gets a little darker, then we can fire up, see what the beams are. So it's dark, but it's not crazy dark. So let's, oh man, like, they're really bright. You know, I'm not into total, you know, it's a little Jeep stuff there, but those got some pickup. And again, out at the cabin, doing all the things, you know, even if you're coming from the side, unless you're directly in front of them, the light's not insane. But you can definitely see all the imperfections in that TR6 paint from here. So yeah, pretty happy with the way these Auxbeam these lights work out and how easy they are to install. And for the price, you know, they're pretty good. All right, so thanks for watching that video. Again, I've got the Auxbeam 8.5-inch lights on both of my discos, mounted on the ARBs. They've been doing great so far. Super bright at night, and again, I think they look great. And also at a pretty good price point. I think they're listed now on their website for 169 bucks or something like that, which I think is pretty good in comparison to the other brands and whatnot, which look very similar and have very similar functions. So we'll see how they stand the test of time, but no one uses these things that often, but I do want them to work when they do. And again, it's a pretty quality setup. Comes with the wiring loom, super easy to install, and just hooks right to the battery. So, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, especially on my cheap $1,000 disco that, if you can see, I'm doing some coolant work on. So more on that one to come. So catch the next video. Please like and subscribe. I'll leave the link to the product below. And thanks for watching.